Hey guys, so I'm seriously starting to think that there's like a video spirit because every time I go to try and do a video, something goes on. I don't even know what I look at the moment because I'm using this tablet, which seems to be so much better than my camera. It gives me more options, and I'm a little nervous about saying that because we'll see how this goes. This is my daughter's tablet. It's called a kid's Samsung tablet. It's pretty cool. Actually, I use it too. So, I wanted to come to you and talk to you about the staghorn fern that I mounted last night. And I also wanted to begin chronicles with my bonsais. So I showed one of my bonsais to you all, and a couple videos ago, my window tour, I showed that to you, and I got this bonsai before my birthday, so I've had him for a couple of months, so I guess it's a boy. Maybe it's a teenager, and doing incredibly well. I water it probably at least once a week, and I kind of don't have a day. I just go by the soil, like as long as it's not too dry, because apparently they don't like to be very dry, but I allow it to dry out some, and then I sit it in the sink for about 15 minutes, 10 or 15 minutes, and I take it out after it's drained, and then voila, it sits in front of that window in my bedroom, so it gets plenty of bright light. It's not scorching, but it's bright light, and it's perfect. It's doing well. And then I wanted to talk to you about my staghorn fern that I mounted. I got some great tips off of it's called Arbor Gate is the channel on YouTube, and Logeesplants or Logees, Logees, I'll put it in the description. And so what I did was I came up with some things based on what I had in our space, and they're non-traditional items, but I'm hoping that it works, and the staghorn decides to grow on the wood that I have for it and does very well. And the bonsai that I got, apparently I got it for $6.50 at Lowe's, and I brought it home. It was not stable in the container, and I probably should not have waited that long to get it stable, to add water, because it lost a lot of moisture, and then pretty much all the leaves have dropped. I've plucked a lot of them off. Maybe there's only a few. I'm trying to see if I can propagate from some of the branches that I cut. Just an experiment. I'll let you know how that goes. And also I have it now in the living room because I think it was sitting against the wall. It was not getting enough light, and also the problem with the moisture. Like, I definitely should have watered it, and I did not. So I'm going to turn the camera away from me and show you what I'm working with. So here we go. As you can see, this wood here, I got it from the PetSmart. If you guys are looking for wood cuttings, I mean, I'm sure you could get your wood cut somewhere else, but I was like, you know what, this was actually used for our terrarium, and so it's come in handy. And so basically, I truly believe that, like, you can always use something for something, like, no matter what. This stocking, a while ago, I had actually started wanting to make flaxseed gel. Oh my god, this coffee is delicious. I wanted to make flaxseed gel, and at the time, I didn't even have $1 to my name other than making sure my basic needs were met. So when I was reading up on things and listening, someone was like, hey, you can get stockings from the department store where they, you try on shoes and stuff. So I grabbed me a few at Kmart when I was there one day, or Walmart, one of them, and it hit me last night. I was like, oh my god, I have a stocking, because this is actually what the lady uses on the Arbor Gate channel in order to hold her staghorn fern inside of once you've taken it out of the container. And you can take off as much soil as you can that's loose and put the root ball inside. And this is tilted actually because it's not quite it has not of course grown on the wood yet, which is what I'm hoping that it does. And then I'll hang it on the wall somewhere, but currently I just have it like this against the wall. And these ropes I got for from Hobby Lobby. You can use them for macrame, and that's what I got them for. So I was like, well, let me use that. Now, the back is a bit tight, so I did go ahead and add some super glue here and on the side, and then where I tried to knot it in the back, I added super glue just to hold it in place because the knot was not getting tight enough. So that's what we're working with. And let me see if I can get it around there. There we go. Can you see the back? Yeah, there we go. So this is so cool. I'm really excited, and I'm hoping it goes well. So I'm going to keep you posted about that. So here's the bonsai I was telling you about. Actually, I just watered it, as you can see. See how the soil is nice and moist? When it's dry, it's like flat, like really, really flat. And I wouldn't even be able to do any of that. So there we go. It's a beauty. So it sits in the bedroom. I haven't given him a name with his guy who's chilling, and actually he's got a little fish hook back here. Yep, I ordered this one online on Amazon. So it came in perfect shape, and it's still doing very well. Alright, so for the elephant in the room, here we go. Now, if you go back a video, you'll see this one was full of leaves. This one is called a Chinese elm tree, and it was much longer, and I had plenty of branches, but I decided maybe I should cut them back some so that the tree can get as much can salvage some of its energy. I don't know. And I did sit it in some water. They don't like to be soaked in water all the time, but they do need moisture, and of course not to allow them to dry out totally. So that's pretty much it, you guys. Just wanted to tell you about it. I'm hoping that I can turn this baby around. I think it's so cool. Even like just the branches alone. It's just such a cool tree. Such a cool tree. I did cut some I'm not going to repeat myself again. I just told you that. But there you go, you know. And I guess, you know, I could tell you about it while I'm here. I could tell you about what's going on with my tank into 751. Here we go. So I've turned the tank into succulents to the left with my fern in the back, and I decided on the right side would be where I propagate, or like a propagating station. So the flowers that plants that I'm propagating. As you can see, here's the orchid in the glass. The glass tends to, or it seems like it's holding the moisture pretty nicely for it. I don't know, you guys. I'm not sure, but I still have high hopes. As you can see, my African violet with my Hindu rope plant, and the philodendron in the back with some polka dot plants and pothos hanging out at the bottom. I do have that apple cider vinegar, which I haven't taken the plastic off. It's actually that plastic bubble. I just cut some holes in it just in case some gnats decide to get in there. But it's actually doing pretty well. I don't see any pests. I've got my ZZ plant back there. And you know, with the lighting, it's cool because I've got this one light here, this one grow light, but I kind of like work with the light, you know. The plants that require more bright light, I put them in the front, and the ones like the ZZ plant that, you know, can be in low light, as you can see, it's hidden in the back. And then my Dieffenbachia is back there where it's getting plenty of light with my purple queen. And that's it. Some ones at the bottom, some succulents I'm trying to propagate, see if I can get those babies to root. That's it, you guys. Just wanted to come and do that for you, and do it for myself, because it feels so good to talk to you about my plants. Thank you so much for your time. Take care. Any questions or comments? Don't hesitate to leave them. Bye.